There we go. What a day. It's been good. What do you guys think? Yeah. Awesome, man. So I want a big thank you to the wonderful lineup of speakers that we've had sharing their thoughts and insights and knowledge from accessibility to web VR to performance. Just want to close out a few last things here. One of the things that I mentioned early on, we wanted to bring this as a conference to bring people of like mind, of like interests around creative content and engaging users, and bring you together, hear from thought leaders, but also for you to network. But it is a conference, and there is costs to the tickets. But because we recognize that, hey, there are other ways of raising money for food and things like that with sponsors that we have, we want to take those ticket sales and donate them to a cause that we care about quite a bit. And that cause was Women Who Code in the Silicon Valley here. It's an organization. Thank you. So I just wanted to introduce Shiva to the stage here. And we've got these comically large checks. All right, so originally, we were going to give you this $11,000 check, okay. But I don't have any jujitsu, so I'm just going to throw it aside. But you guys today helped donate to an important cause. And so we're really pleased to give you this check for $12,000.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. You do a lot of fantastic work. Do you care mind sharing a few thoughts about the work you guys do?
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you so much, Cloudinary, for generous donation and the support for the community. Yeah, I would like to talk a few minutes about Women Who Code. I would like to talk about who we are, what we do, and where do we do what we do. Before all of that, given that the room is full of computer science people, it just makes sense to start the conversation with, who am I? Some Linux command that we all use at some point in our life. I am Shiva, who is a passionate software engineer working for Uber, an advanced technology group. I'm a director of Women Who Code Silicon Valley chapter. So Women Who Code is one of the, who are we? It's a nonprofit organization that started in 2011 when a group of women in San Francisco came together looking for a common cause and trying to get more women into technology. It became a structured organization in 2013. Now we have 137,000 members across the world, operating in 60 cities in 20 different countries. And we have a wait list to launch Women Who Code in 50 more cities, out of which we are very hopeful that the launch will be successful in at least 20 cities in the next 1 year. That's who we are. And what we do is we conduct a lot of free events to nurture women in computer science program or get more women in computer science. The way we do it is to help them with their technical skills by having study group, courses, or classes. We also have speaking skills. What you are seeing right now is kind of like a product of Women Who Code. Also, the writing skills by encouraging them to write technical blogs. Also, the career navigation. We also help them in mentoring to get into, we have interview preparations groups, and we help them to understand what they really want and get into good career, finding their career path. And also leadership skills. We encourage women to find their inner potential and bring it out where the real world can actually see what they are about. And from my personal experience, it has really helped me to grow in my career or even the soft skills and even realizing the potential. That's how I started at Women Who Code. Where do we do what we do? It's a very interesting perspective that not everyone might have thought about, but I see this pattern in everyone that I come across at Women Who Code. So the one thing is we all, we all accept that software makes a huge impact nowadays in the world, right? But the percentage of women in software is really less, which adds to the kind of perspective they could bring into the software products. And that affects the product that comes out to the world, right? So it's interesting that there are missing puzzles in every product that we are making. And these missing puzzles could be complete if we have more women in the workforce. And that's the whole point of having this organization, where we want to bring more women into the workforce, where they can contribute to every product that we are making in the world and to bring a change in the world. And we want women to have their own professional identity too. So that's the reason behind having this organization, where people can find the like-minded individuals, and they can know that they are not alone trying to navigate their way in the world. And they have like huge support system. That's a place where you can try and be okay with failing and try again. And that's the concept that I realized when I started at Women Who Code. So the way I started at Women Who Code was like, I went on this hike. I'm a hiker. I went on this hike, and I met this person who was a data science leader at the time. And she was like, you know what? I mean, we just we strike up a conversation. I was talking to her about like the idea that I was learning Hadoop and Spark at the time, and she was like, I'm looking for someone who can teach Hadoop and Spark. And I was like, hey, you know what? I want to share my knowledge. Let's start with that. So we found a host, and I started a class there, and that was my very first teaching experience. It went really well. I found my potential at that time. And I started a new course for machine learning, and like hundreds and 200 people, like they started signing up. And that made me to have the dedication and the commitment to teach the classes really well. I'm a person who used to snooze the alarm for my university exams. But for all these classes, I was waking up at 4 a.m. preparing the presentations for all those classes. And that's when I realized all this dedication and commitment, it didn't come from a place where I could actually make money or anything, but rather it came from a place where I was realizing that I was making an impact on people's life. And that was very meaningful, and that kept me going. And it's keeping me going even now. The same passion is being found like in all the leaders that we have at Women Who Code, and that's what is very special about this organization. We have, just last year, 2017, we have given like 50,000 volunteer hours by like 400 leaders in this globe, and that's pretty amazing. And all these things are very possible because the tech companies like Cloudinary, they are offering us the opportunity to, being the host, giving us space, giving us food, offering donations, and making this possible for the community to get better, which we really appreciate. Thank you so much.